There are many strange creatures in the oceans, traveller. Some are intelligent and inquisitive, others are gentle giants, and some will kill you on sight. There are many who remain unknown and undiscovered, however, like the Lough Foyle Monster. In this footage, taken in 2013 by a group of film students who are out on the water filming for a project, we can see an unidentified creature as it makes its way across the loch and between the small boats being used by the students. Only the top of the creature can be seen, and experts who have viewed the footage state that the way it moves through the water is not whale or dolphin-like, or anything like they know of. What is this creature? Some type of sea serpent? Or is it something else entirely? Watch this footage, my friend, and judge for yourself. Number 9. The Timor Sea Ground Shark. In the Timor Sea, there is a shark larger than a great white, averaging 15 feet in length. At this size, it is only natural that the Timor Sea ground shark would be a man-eater. It lies in wait on the ocean floor, staying perfectly still, waiting for a large fish to pass it by, which it then devours. It's brown in colour and has no dorsal fin, which allows it to stand out and remain unseen while it lies flat on the sandy sea bottom. It has also been known to attack waders and fishermen in tide pools. Some say it's a large undiscovered form of wobbegong shark, while others say it's a new species altogether. What do you think, traveller? Number 8. Umibozu. This terrifying giant humanoid dwells in the seas off Japan, where it usually emerges during violent storms to attack and sink ships. Their skin varies from grey to jet black in colour. They have bald heads and are also sometimes said to be covered in extremely fine hair and to have serpentine limbs. They seem to vary in size. Some say they are only a few inches long, though others have reported seeing specimens the size of mountains. They bear many similarities to another gigantic ocean-dwelling humanoid, the Ningen, also of Japan, which seems to differ only in skin colour. The Ningen is white. Could it be that the Ningen and the Umibozu are different forms of the same creature? And being humanoid in physical form, could they, somehow, be related to us? Number 7. The Akhlut, an orca-wolf hybrid, talked about in Inuit legend. It is considered an evil spirit by the Inuits. It can be recognized by its footprints, wolf-like tracks that lead into and out of the icy waters of the Arctic Sea. The Akhlut is a vicious and dangerous creature, and has been known to emerge from the sea and attack sleeping villagers on freezing cold nights, before dragging them away and down into the icy depths before devouring them. Number 6. Koakun-klun. This cryptid seems to prefer a warmer climate, and so makes its home in and around the Cape Verde Islands off the coast of Africa. It is semi-aquatic in nature, resembling a crocodile in some ways, but also having some monitor-like qualities, and is also serpent-like as well, with its long, blue snake-like tongue. Like the crocodile, it uses a death roll to kill its prey, though the Koakun-klun first drags its unfortunate meal deep underwater before doing this. They have lungs, and so they can be seen leaping out of the water for air. Sightings go back to the 15th century, when they were sometimes spotted by crew members on board Spanish and Portuguese sailing vessels, which they could break in half by torpedoing through the water at up to 100 miles an hour. Number 5. Giant jellyfish. We know that jellyfish can grow to enormous sizes, the most notable example being the lion's mane jellyfish, with the largest known specimen possessing a bell measuring 7 feet across and with tentacles measuring an incredible 120 feet in length. If jellyfish can grow this large, then why couldn't they grow larger still? A young man in Japan once called the police to report that a giant jellyfish, the size of a large car, had eaten his family while they were swimming in shallow water at the beach. The young man was promptly arrested for murder, as the police believed that he had killed his family and made the story up. However, upon taking a polygraph test, he was found not to be lying. And also, if you were going to commit a crime like murder, wouldn't you come up with something a little more easy for the police to believe? Being eaten by a giant jellyfish, to most people, would seem highly improbable. But it seems that this tragic event actually did occur. Number 4. The Sarmatian Sea Snail. Seen only a handful of times in the 16th century and only in the Baltic Sea, then known as the Sarmatian Sea, the Sarmatian sea snail was a truly odd creature. It was quite large, said to be as thick as a wine cask, with paws, antlers and, unlike all other known snail species, eyes that actually sat on its head instead of on long optical stalks. Its shell seemed to be the only gastropod-like feature it possessed. Its eyes were said to glow like candles, and its flesh was said to be very tasty. Is it possible that this giant cryptid sea snail was hunted to extinction for its tasty meat? Number 3. Stellers Sea Ape. With only one sighting ever made by a German explorer named Georg Wilhelm Steller in 1741, the Stellers Sea Ape is about 5 feet long with a dog-like head. It had a shark-like tail and was covered with thick greyish hair with a reddish-coloured abdomen. There is also a possible second sighting which took place in 1969, in which sailor Miles Smeaton witnessed the creature while sailing in the Aleutian Islands. He recorded his sighting in his book Misty Islands, and upon reading about the Stellers Sea Ape at a later date, realised that it was the very same beast he too had witnessed. Number 2. The Malpelo Monster. The Malpelo Monster is yet another undiscovered giant shark which lives off the coast of Isla de Malpelo in the eastern Pacific Ocean. It grows to around 15 feet in length, like the previously mentioned Timor sea ground shark, and is larger than the great white. Its dorsal fin is situated above its pectoral fins, and it prefers to live in the colder waters around 160 feet below the surface, which may account for the small number of sightings. Sandra Basudo, a Colombian biologist and park director, came face to face with the Malpelo Monster in 2001 during what seemed at first to be an ordinary dive. Upon seeing this unidentified shark, she was driven to organise an expedition at the beginning of 2002 to locate this mysterious monster shark, during which she and her crew were attacked by vicious pirates and had the misfortune of encountering a violent storm which wiped out access to where the shark was said to have its lair. As of now, the Malpelo Monster remains undiscovered, but with technology always improving and with many marine biologists itching to go deeper into the brine than ever before to make new discoveries, it is only a matter of time before this huge mega shark is found once and for all. Number 1. Ah-Een-Meelow. The Ah-Een-Meelow is a sea serpent with several possible explanations as to what it is. Some say it's a surviving prehistoric marine creature. Others say it's a sea dragon. Like other surviving creatures from prehistory, like the Ropen and the Kayamunu, the Ah-Een-Meelow makes its home in Papua New Guinea and is most often seen just off the coast. It is said to be around 50 feet in length with a python-like head. Its neck is between 10 and 15 feet long and 2 feet in length, and is reported to be blue or grey-green in colour. There are many reports of surviving prehistoric marine creatures, the Loch Ness Monster being the most notable example. But as well as Nessie, there are countless others, such as Champ, Bo Nessie, Nahuelito, and the Turtle Lake Monster. It could simply be that the Ah-Een-Meelow is just one of many survivors from the prehistoric age who we, unknowingly, share the planet with.